This book is called The Theory of Blending of Races, applied to the American YT man and Negro, right? This book was published in 1864. All right, screenshot it, archives.org. Y'all let me know when y'all get y'all screenshot. Okay. Archives.org. Archives.org is where you're going to get a lot of these books that I show you. Archives.org. Thank you for the gifts, Yanni. Ooh, that's that gas. Hold on. Ooh, that's why we say High Learning Book Club right there. Mm-hmm. All right. We hitting highlight parts. All right, we hitting highlight parts, right? She said, vroom, vroom. Shout out to all the folks in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Yo, archives.org. Appreciate that, Mother Nurture. Let me pin that so everybody knows. Archives.org. That's where you get all these books from. You better get these books now because they just removed 500,000 books. Right? So go get them now because they removing books. So we go to page 23, right? Thanks to Obama, facts. We jump to page 23 of this book, right? And this page is called All Religions Derived from the Dark Races. Something that we all starting to come and understand. But for those who still coming into knowledge, this is 1860s. These people already knew the truth. It's 2024. All right, these people already knew the truth. All right. All right. So it says, right? It says that it is a curious fact, right? It is a curious fact that the Asian or the YT race, which of late years has irrigated itself all the civilization's extent, right? Has never yet developed a religious faith of its own. They're telling you that the YT race has never developed a religious faith of its own. That is major drop. So stop telling people, you doing the white man's religion. That's the white man religion. Stop that shit. These folks ain't never create shit. All right, they just hijack shit that was already here. Listen, the YT people has never developed a religious faith of its own. Let the reader pursue any works upon religious creed, and he will find that the whole human family derived their ideas of deities and deities and the great hereafter from the earlier and darker races, Negroes. It is enough to mention that Buddhism and Brahmanism and Mohammedanism, Islam, and Judaism and Christianity, to illustrate our meaning, were created by darker races or Negroes. And we already know about Buddha, right? Negro Buddha. Right? We know about Negro Krishna, huh? Allah, El, Yahweh, same people. Mohammedanism, Judaism. That's why a real Muslim will tell you to be a good Muslim, you got to be a Jew and a Christian. I grew up Krishna, huh? Allah, El, Yahweh, same people. Mohammedanism, Judaism. That's why a real Muslim will tell you to be a good Muslim, you got to be a Jew and a Christian. I grew up Muslim. Most Muslims will tell you that to be a good Muslim is to be a good Jew and Christian, right? Abrahamic religions, huh? Abraham was a Negro. Peep game. All this stuff happened in America. To illustrate our meaning, the Asian race or the YT people, it is true, are intellectual and perceptive and reasoning organs are large. Yet the science upon which we pride ourselves and the arts which we call our own are derived primarily from Asiatics and Africans. Who is the Asiatic? Who's the Asiatic? They said it came from Asiatics and Africans. Who is the Asiatics and who is the Africans? I'm talking about the real Africans. I ain't talking about the black Europeans pretending to be Africans, because you got a lot of that going on. Right? There you go, the OGs, right? The OGs, us, right? The Asiatic black man is what they call you. Right? What's that, indeed? They call you the Asiatic black man, right? The Asiatic black woman, huh? Asiatic, right? We talking about darker races, right? Darker races, right? Negroes. This book is about Negroes. Remember the cover of the book. It is a history about YT Americans and Negroes. We are talking about Negroes here, right? Asiatic and Africans, huh? Professor Draper says, quote, the old YT inhabitants of Europe were not able to commence their civilization from their own interior resources, but were thrown into that career by the example and aid of a more southern and darker people whose climate was more favorable. The YT race have originated nothing, right? The YT race have originated nothing. They have improved upon many things, quote unquote. They are intellectual and artistic and scientific and whatever relates to the material, they are at home. So they can adapt very well. But the glaciers of the unseen world, listen, but the glories of the unseen world, the deeper mysteries of the human soul, the relations of humanity and the omnipotent, and the revelations of the hereafter, the afterlife. All there is of aspirations of religion, right? And religious truth, we learn from the darker Asiatic races. The darker Asiatic races. Who is these darker Asiatic races? In short, the whole emotional and spiritual part of our nature is fed by streams from, right, the oracles of God. Who is these Asiatic dark people? Right? Who's these Asiatic dark people? That's wild, right? America's Asia. What's happening, Rich Soul? America's Asia. Oh, I definitely know that there's melanated Asians. You're talking to one of them. Definitely know there's melanated Asians. You're definitely talking to one of them. All right. All right. So, P gang, first land out the waters began, 1800s. Everybody know what year the book is from. We prefer 1800 books. 1900 books is hijacked by and then revised. So, 1800s. We already know the date. We all know that. You got to read the room. When you come inside Higher Learning Book Club, read the room. Read the room. Let's continue going, though, because it get deeper than this. They've been studying you. Right? How can we stop them from downloading, throwing out our books? Download them. Keep them on hard drives. All right. The highest conception of physical beauty possessed by the Negro, by the Moor, by the Asiatic. Who's the Asiatics? Oh. What they said? They said the highest conception of physical beauty possessed by the Negro, adjective, lowercase n. It is describing a proper noun. The Moor and the Asiatics is modeled man and woman after their own race. The Negro's Venus is black. The Horus or hours and gods are black. The divinity of the Hindus is of the color of his own people. And the great spirit of the Indian, if any other color, is coppered color. Right? All right, copper color, right? I said in Dallas. Let's go over that one more time. Repetition is the father of learning. All right, repetition is the father of learning. The highest conception of physical beauty possessed by the Negro, adjective, lowercase n. Because a lot of people on this app forgot what an adjective is. An adjective is a thing that's describing a person, place, or thing, right? Black, right? Adjective, color, right? Possessed by the Negro, the Moor by the Asiatic, is a modeled man and woman after their own race. The Negro's Venus is black, Negro. The Horus and hours and the gods are black, Negro. The divinity of the Hindu is of his own color, which is black, Negro. The great spirit of the Indian, if any other color, coppered color, right? And so through all the world, the highest conception of beauty and perfection is the noblest specimen of each particular community. Huh? Right? They said that the great spirit, if any other color, they said the Indian great spirit of any other color is coppered color. The infant Negro are born white or rather reddish, ruddy, like those of other people. In about 2 or 3 days, the color begins to change. They speedily become coppered colored. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they said the great spirit. We talking about dark folks, right? We talking about dark people, dark Asiatic people, right? The Moor, the Negro, right? They say that the great spirit of the Indian, if any other color, is copper colored. We look like our creator. We always look like our creator. How do you mock God? You mock God by changing the image of God. Whitewash. You're mocking God. And you mocking his children. Right? Peace, peace. What's that in? The infant Negro are born white or rather reddish, right? Ruddy, like those of any other people, but mocking his children. Right? Peace, peace. What's that in? The infant Negro are born white or rather reddish, right? Ruddy, like those of any other people. But in about 2 or 3 days, the color begins to change. They speedily become coppered colored, right? And by the 7th or 8th day, though never exposed to the sun, they appear quite black, quote unquote, and this in quotations. He mentions that it is known that the Negroes in some rare instances are born quite white and are true albinos. What's that, OG? Right? Listen. They said even though in some instances they're born white or true albinos. Right? Sometimes after being black for many years, they become piebald or wholly white, meaning they begin to lighten up. We know this. We already said this. The older we get, the lighter we get. The older we get, the lighter we get. We start to kind of lose our melanin, our copper, right? Hair start turning gray. You become way lighter than what you was when you was younger. Hair start becoming a little straighter. You know what I'm saying? But we're going through a metamorphosis, which begins the reincarnation cycle because our soul is immortal. This book tells you that too. This book tells you that the Negro soul is immortal. All right, let's flip the page. We're just hitting highlight parts right now. Represented very falsely. How do you mock God? By mocking his children. I'll go back to the front cover for those who want it. Just give me a second. How do you mock God? You mock his children. You change the images because we are made in our creators. You're not worshiping YT deities. You're worshiping false idols. Our gods have always looked like us, and there's statues of that. Y'all better go look at Negro Buddha. The Savior is represented very falsely in paintings as a light-haired and white-skinned, when in truth, he must have been a man of very dark complexion, as were all the Palestine Jews. Hold on, wait, what? They said all of the Palestine Jews were very dark complected? Shit, that ain't what I'm seeing on TV. Uh-oh. That ain't what I'm seeing on TV. The world is a stage. Y'all better stop falling for that shit you be seeing on, oh, these niggas is going to war. Y'all better stop falling for that shit. There's places called Palestine in America that's older than the one overseas. Uh-oh. There's places in America called Baghdad that's older than the one overseas. Uh-oh. Y'all better stop falling for that. They were a tawny or yellow race, right? Yellow bones. The fact has been noticed that the Amharic, the language of Abyssinians, what's that in C3? The language of Abyssinians, Ethiopians, indigenously, is remarkably analogous, which I probably butchered, to the Hebrew, rendering it probable that the Jews are partly of Abyssinian or Negro origin. Only throw emphasis on that because, you know, people, panties getting in a bunch when, you know, niggas mention Hebrew and shit. Oh, nigga, Hebrew, now niggas is Hebrew, oh, shit. The world, when, you know, niggas mention Hebrew and shit. Oh, nigga, Hebrew, now niggas is Hebrew, oh, shit. The world was Negroes. Get out of your emotions. You might not be a Hebrew, or you might not be a Moor, or you might not be this, but that doesn't mean that it's niggas who ain't this shit. If y'all want respect, you gotta give respect and put the puzzle pieces together. It was called the overthrowing of the Negro rule, which was global. And we're talking about Asiatic dark races, which is yo ass, and people who are tied to yo ass. What's happening, Anjo? Anjo in the building. Peace, peace. All right? Put your emotions to the side. I'm going to keep saying it. Stop calling Native Americans Asians. They're not Asians. They're more YT American than anything. They're not the original Asians. Some of y'all niggas is the original Asians. Who's talking about you Indian? I'm an Indian. Yeah, your ass is Asian. You Asiatic. America is Asia. India Superior is inside of Asia Major. India is a place inside of Asia. And they just copied everything from here to over there. So if India is inside of Asia, right? And the India, quote unquote, that's over there is a subcontinent, not a main continent. So that means that the India Superior here is part of Asia Major. Yo, black ass is Asian. This is why you got almond eyes. This is why you got high cheekbones. This is why your ass like shrimp fried rice and kung fu movies. This is why you're so attracted to Chinese writing. This is why you have a fascination with Asian culture, because your ass is Asian. Buddha was found in the Grand Canyon, nigga. Culture, because your ass is Asian. Buddha was found in the Grand Canyon, nigga. I'm just saying. What part of this is wrong? I'm waiting on somebody to tap my panel inside of the Indian community to tell me what it is that I'm teaching that is wrong. And why do niggas keep calling people the wrong shit because of your ego? That's all it is ego. That's it. It's all ego. It's all ego. Ego still got y'all thinking that Haitians is fucking immigrants because you don't like the way another motherfucker speak. That shit pissed me off inside my community, and they know I be in the comments and know a lot of my brothers from the comments who got Haitian and Caribbean ties, and y'all gonna sit y'all ass on the panel and call us fucking immigrants. You ain't mindful of the people that support you because of your ego. When you know better, you do better. And when you know better, you teach better. We ain't fucking immigrants, and you gonna respect my people in the islands. You gonna respect Haitians, nigga. If it wasn't for us, a lot of y'all wouldn't even be free. Period. It was us that linked up with the Gullah Geechee while a lot of you niggas was running. Y'all ancestors was pussy. Nigga, fuck y'all talking about? What's happening, Voodoo Chief? Big Voodoo Chief in the building. Welcome to my backup page, my brother. And if you don't like it, come correct me. My panel is open. Because I'm tired of the disrespect. I'm tired of the bullshit. And I'm tired of people on this app acting like they so fucking intelligent that they stupid.
Follow you follow me? And not to forget that all of these people is also symbolized in the Virgin Mary statue and the Yahweh Shah baby statue. So when you look at the Virgin Mary statue and the Yahweh Shah baby statue that everybody now know is melanated, which we've been telling people, you're looking at Buddha and Maya